Hello everyone and welcome back to LifeChat with me, Karima. So on this video, I'm going to share with you my abusive relationship that I went through for 5 years and how I overcame it. So in 1993, I was given the opportunity to come to the US to work. I was 18 years old. I came with 24 other hairstylists in an exchange program. I was here maybe about 6 months or so, and then that's when I met my ex-husband. He was in the military. And we dated for a little bit. He was going to get stationed in Texas, Houston, Texas. And so he asked me to marry him, and being young and stupid and naive, even though my family told me not to, I did it anyway. And I didn't really know him that well, to be honest with you. And I went ahead and got married and moved to Texas with him. A couple months into the marriage, it started. When they were just, disagreeing on something, and he just slapped me, out of the blue, and apologized. We went on with our day. Then a couple weeks later, he did it again, slapped me again. And then, it became a thing pretty much. And I told him, I said, why are you doing this to me? Why are you hitting me? He's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm stressed out, and when we move, to Alabama in a couple months, everything will be better. I promise. I will never put my hand on you again. And so we moved to Alabama, and it started again. And it wasn't just a slap anymore. It was a shove against the wall. It was, he was choking me. He was calling me names for no reason, just, emotionally abusing me and physically. And I didn't understand why I was in that situation. I was thinking, we're in a marriage. We're supposed to love one another and be nice to each other. Why is this happening to me? And it got to the point where, I didn't even want to go home. I started working extra time just to get away from the house. But he was controlling everything. It wasn't just name calling and physical abuse anymore. He would call me 4 or 5 times a day at work. At the time we didn't have, cell phones, but he would call my work phone and ask if I'm there. He would have me call him when I got there, call him before I left work. And I couldn't have any friends. I wasn't allowed to have any friends. It was a very emotional time for me because I didn't have any family here. I didn't speak the language very well, and I was getting very depressed. I was getting very sick because I wasn't eating anymore. I lost over 25 pounds. I was like 90 pounds. I was throwing up every day. I wasn't eating like I should, and I was just throwing up. It was so bad. I was throwing up every day. And one day I was working and I had an anxiety attack out of the blue, and I ended up in the hospital. They had to stop my heart and restart it because it wouldn't slow down for anything. And that was a really wake-up call for me. After that happened to me, just being on that table, laying down and having your heart stopped for, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 seconds, it really woke me up. I was thinking, if I don't leave this relationship, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die. Because this guy, he's not going to change, But over the years, I was in this for 5 years, and every time he would hit me or do something, he would apologize. I'm so sorry, I want to do it again. I'm so sorry, I won't do it again. And I believed it. I was a fool. I believed it. I believed everything he said, and I came from a divorced family, and my parents divorced when I was a little girl, and I didn't want that for myself. I really, truly wanted to be married, and be married forever. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. You get put down so much that you really start thinking what they're saying to you is true. I remember thinking, nobody's gonna want me. I'm ugly. I'm a nobody. I'm no good. Because those are the things that I was hearing for 5 years. I was constantly put down, and you can get so brainwashed that you start thinking that you are the problem, that you're doing this to this relationship. But it's not true. These people have issues. They have issues from their past or whatever it may be. And they're not men. A real man will not put his hand on a woman. A real man will treat his wife with respect, and vice versa. A woman, same way. A man should never put his hand on a woman, and a woman should never put her hand on her husband. We should be together as a team, love each other and respect each other and compromise and be each other's best friend, not be fearing for your life every time you walk into your house. And that's how I felt. I was so scared to go to my house. I was trapped. It was awful. There was times, honestly, that I was like, I just don't want to live. I don't want to live anymore. I didn't want to live. And it was just, it's something that I wish on no one. And I really wanted to share my story because I know that there's many women out there who think, oh, well, he just slept me one time, it's okay. Oh, he just did this one time. No, it's not okay. It is not okay. So please, 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 that you're a young lady or someone in my age, in the 40s, or whatever your age group is, if you're in a relationship where you're abused mentally or physically, please seek help. Talk to someone, talk to a family member, talk to someone. No one knew what was going on because I didn't tell anybody. I didn't want to worry my family. They were overseas in France, and I was thinking, I didn't want to tell my mom and my dad and worry them. So I didn't tell anybody. I was keeping all this stress and this awful stuff that was happening to me to myself, and it was killing me on the inside. So I started, but what I did do is I did start writing a journal just of everything that was happening to me, because that was the only way I could get it out of my chest, and but no one knew. No one had no clue what was going on until we got divorced. And that's when my parents were like, what happened? What was going on to you, And I told them, I said, Mom and Dad, I just didn't want to worry you. And they were like, don't ever keep that away from us. Something happened to you, you better tell us. And I'm telling you, please, if you're in that kind of relationship, it is not okay. It is not normal, okay? God created Eve from Adam's rib, not from his feet, not from under his feet, from his rib. We're supposed to be a companion to our husband. We're supposed to be together. We become one as husband and wife, and that's what love is about. It's not about beating each other up and putting each other down and feeling terrible every day to the point where you don't even want to be home. That's not a marriage. It has been over 23 years now since I left that relationship. The Lord has blessed me with a wonderful husband who loves me, a good Christian man who treats me like I should be treated, and love our family. And I just want to tell you, ladies, don't feel like you're not good enough, because you are. You are the daughters of the Most High God who created you beautifully. Okay, so don't forget that. And if you're in any kind of relationship like that, where you're being abused, please seek help. Please tell someone. And if you're thinking about getting married to someone, take the time. Don't make the same mistake I did. Just take the time to know who you're marrying. There is relationships out there where there's a little bit of conflict, and a lot of times, they work it out. They get help, they seek help and work it out. In my case, I couldn't do that. I was in a relationship where I was scared to go home. I was scared to go to bed, and I was cheating on, and I was being mistreated physically and mentally, and I just couldn't live like that. And no one should live like that. No one. So for me, I just had to go. That was my choice. But every situation is different, but sometimes a slap leads to something else and leads to something else. And, I forgave and forgave and forgave, and it didn't work in my situation. So I just pray that, this video was encouraging to you in some way. And I hope that you seek, help for yourself in whatever situation you're in. If you have encountered anything like I have, leave me a message below. I would love to hear your story, or just a comment of what you went through. And I would love to talk to you if you need to talk. anytime. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Blessings to all and much love.